Hi everyone, and here's another episode of Spray Love. Today I'm gonna review this one, Percival, not Leighton, Percival, by Parfum de Marly, a company founded by none other than Louis XV in 1743. No, just kidding. It's just an homage to Louis XV and the year 1743, the Baroque period, which I am so fond of. And I really like the homage, but you might ask yourself, does this smell like the Baroque era? Well, it does not. Absolutely not. The first thing you're gonna notice about this one is how close it smells to a really popular one that's called Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. And it is not like a clone of this one. They kind of smell different enough. It's just that there's the same type of fragrance, which are called Fougère, just like Mont Blanc Legend and Platinum Egoist and Eau Sauvage by Dior. Eau Sauvage, not Sauvage. Though Sauvage is often considered a Fougère too. So, but this one, the first time I smelled it, I was like, this is so bland. Why are they using the Louis XV banner? And I was like, are they really Français? You know, are they really from Paris? And they are. And Versailles is their thing, and it's a great homage because it's a modernization of some of the aesthetics that were actually still there at that time, even though at that time everything was made out of neroli. Um, but um, I gave it a try. I gave a try to a lot of the Parfum de Marly line, and I have a bottle, so I pulled the trigger on that one. Why? Because it brings me joy. And what I mean by that is that I put on one spray. Like today, I'm gonna be at some place where I shouldn't wear too much fragrance, so just one spray of that, and it smells clean, it smells nice, and it smells joyful. It gives me like energy and joy. What I mean by that also, I think it's explained by the huge quantity of like the jasmine note in there is edion. Edion is a chemical that apparently has something to do with sexual pleasure and cooperation and relationships and feeling in love and everything. And it's one of the most beautiful feeling in the world. So uh, it kind of brings that up like to me when I put it on, and it's great. Now you might see the loophole in what I just said, like the little trick to do with what I just said. Some people would say, is this a panty dropper fragrance that I'm gonna put on and girls are just gonna be drooling over me? Well, yes and no, but mostly no, because it's not the way it works. But uh, why I said yes is that it actually like it brings it up to me like this joy, this energy, but it brings it up to almost everyone else, you know. So when I put that on, I get like tremendous amounts of compliments, and before the COVID, I received tremendous amount of like hugs and everything. People wanted to get near to smell this and were like attached to me when they hugged me because they smelled it and they were like, "This is so good. You smell so good. Oh my god!" And some people like criticizing me for my perfume use in general because I really like it, and some people, some of them, like some friends I had back then, were like, when I put that on, they were like wanting to hug me and everything, and it was a nice feeling because it brought some joy to all of these people around me too, you know, and people really enjoyed it and enjoyed my company even more. You shouldn't rely solely on that kind of thing to make people appreciate your company, but it helps. It's nice to bring the joy and bring that everyone wants to be close together, and I really like it personally. Um, And so it's like no fragrances out there are gonna get like people like running after you to have sex. This is not something that happens. Even the ones with the pheromones and everything, I'd never tried, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. But these things, they make you like seem very pleasant, and they bring confidence in yourself, and they bring joy. And for me, this is the most important thing about this fragrance right there. It brings me joy and energy, brings me happiness, and this is what you're looking for when you want a fragrance, something that just a no-brainer. I'm gonna put that on and joy will come, you know. So think about that. But do think about the alternatives to this one, because it's not the only one that does that effect, and it's not cheap. It's like $300 and everything. It's not cheap. I pulled the trigger on it because it's the one that really works for me super well. But I've tried a lot. I've tried here Mont Blanc Legend, here Platinum Egoist. That's I still wear because it's so good and it's so different, and all those things, and Abercrombie Fitch Fierce, and but do try because it's not a cheap one. The best guess for me is like if you really want that one, pull the trigger on it and just put on one spray every once in a while, and it's gonna improve a lot of your joy quality in the perfumery. Maybe you won't even like. Maybe you'll try it on and you're like, what is he talking about? All this joy and energy. I don't get any of these. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee, and that's okay. But it's really a nice one, a joyful, a playful one. Smells nice and gentle, clean. Woods. It's like woods and herbs. Huh? It's a fougère, so woods and herbs. The jasmine, the little citrus. The cocktail is ready. It's really good. It's fresh. It's lively. Not downer. Preferable in the spring and the summer, but wearable all the time on any situation. So it's not cheap, but for something that you can wear 24 hours a day, it's okay. It's really, in fact, pretty great. Doesn't smell though like you put a lot of money on that, because it really just smells pleasant and nothing really special. Pretty bland, that scent, but so good I bought it, and so good a lot of people out there will really like it. I would like prefer that any day to something like Creed Aventus, any day. And I'm gonna get hated for that remark. Some people really like. Some people like. This is my Creed Aventus. Some people like have so much joy and fun and liveliness of having Creed Aventus, and go for it, man. If you're willing to pay that much for something that brings you so much joy, go for it. I'm doing that, but with Percival and with countless other fragrances out there, and I've got. It's not my only one that is not that cheap, uh, but do try it. Do try the alternatives. Fitch, Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, Legend, Eau Sauvage. Do it. Try it. Try the Ideon fragrances, and a lot of you might find something that you really enjoy, and find something that people enjoy around them. This will bring joy to the people, spread love, but also spread love.